West Saratoga will go off as one of the big long shots in the Kentucky Derby. However, I still want to go over his form and pedigree and explain why I don't like him, but also explain what odds might constitute a fair bet on West Saratoga. Let's go over everything. West Saratoga last ran in the Jeff Ruby Stakes on March 23 at Turfway Park. He was second in that race, and you might think that Rich Strike was third in the same race 2 years ago, and he went on to win the Kentucky Derby at huge odds. But it's a little different. Rich Strike only ran on synthetic in his races leading up to the Kentucky Derby. The last time he ran on dirt before the Kentucky Derby, he came in the Gunrunner Stakes at Fairgrounds on December 26, 2021. It's a little different because we didn't get to see Rich Strike's dirt form leading up to the Kentucky Derby. But we did see West Saratoga run on dirt twice at Tampa Bay Downs. He was second in the Pasco Stakes, and he was third in the Sam F. Davis Stakes in February. And in the Sam F. Davis Stakes, he wasn't close. He lost by 6.5 lengths to No More Time. No More Time shook him off, and he opened up on West Saratoga, and that's not the greatest sign. If West Saratoga was going to prove himself as a legitimate Kentucky Derby contender, he wouldn't have given up when he was head-to-head with No More Time in the Sam F. Davis Stakes, and he wouldn't have lost by 6.5 lengths. But people could disagree. In any case, let's go over his pedigree. There's nothing really wrong with West Saratoga's pedigree. He's got Exaggerator on top. Exaggerator is the son of Curlin, who is noted as a stamina influence. Exaggerator himself finished second in the Kentucky Derby one year. Exaggerator's top earner this year is Skippy Longstocking, who just won the Oakland Handicap last week. So there's nothing wrong on top in terms of sire. Exaggerator should have no problem siring a 10 furlong winner. Now, on the bottom is Mo Wicked. She's the daughter of Uncle Mo, and she's also a daughter of Wicked Ride. Wicked Ride, we can take a look at her as a half-sister to two notable names in Wickedly Perfect and Ash Z. Ash Z was the dam that I recognize. Ash Z is the dam of the Reds and Sunset Louise. The Reds is mostly like an allowance level horse. Sometimes he'll pop into a graded stakes race, but he's mostly around that area. And the Reds does have a couple of 9 furlong wins, so as for Sunset Louise, she's a miler at the allowance optional claiming level, although she's won a lot of money doing it. She's won $355,000. Now let's take a look at Wickedly Perfect, who again is a half-sister to Wicked Ride. Wickedly Perfect did not have a long career. She only had 4 starts, but she was pretty good. She won the Alcibiades at Keeneland. She also was second in the Debutante at Del Mar. She won the Sorrento Stakes at Del Mar as well. So at 4 starts as a 2-year-old, Wickedly Perfect was a good horse, and that Alcibiades Stakes came at a route distance, so that's another good sign for West Saratoga. There's a lot of route in West Saratoga's blood. It's just a matter of whether he's good enough against the horses he's facing. I'm going to talk while looking at the Jeff Ruby Stakes replay. Now, what are fair odds for West Saratoga? I would say 100 to 1 or above. I think if he's 100 to 1 or above, then you might want to take a second look at him, just because that's a lot of money if he wins, even though he doesn't show the form on paper. If he's like 50 to 1, 60 to 1, I might think that's too short, although someone out there could disagree with that. In this replay, he's fighting for second right now. Endlessly just blew right by them. And West Saratoga is still going to fight for second towards the end, and that big group of horses behind him, behind Endlessly. And I just don't think he's good enough, but it could be different for other people. I just think if you're going to play a horse like West Saratoga, who doesn't show the form on paper, then you better demand triple-digit odds, or something close to that. Those are my thoughts on West Saratoga. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with another video.